A manhunt. This morning, a manhunt.
What's up, YouTube? It's Big Fish here with another reaction video. We're here with Fox. We had an illegal attempt to try to run over ICE agents. Are you out your damn mind? Let's hear the story.
For an illegal migrant accused of trying to plow his car into ICE.
We got Jose Mendez Chavez. Wow. So, we got convicted for domestic violence, removed to Mexico, 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 arrested for child abuse, removed to Mexico, convicted for reckless endangerment. But you came back 6 times? How? Put him under the jail. I don't want to see him ever again.
Agents in Colorado last week. The suspect has been deported 6 times and convicted on pedophile and domestic violence charges here in the U.S. Senior CBP advisor Ron Vitello served as acting ICE director in President Trump's first term, and he joins me now. Ron, good morning to you. Deported 6 times, convicted pedophile. I mean, the details here bear repeating, but I'm sure they're details you have heard before. What is your reaction to this situation?
Well, it's unfortunate. We know that the full weight of the federal government is out looking for this individual.
I made a video with Charlemagne on Fox with Lord Trump, and he said he wanted to see people just like this getting deported. Well, Charlemagne, how does it feel? You got what you wanted, so I guess Trump's doing something right, huh?
Individual, he will be apprehended. He will be charged with assaulting a federal officer. Part of the reason we're so successful at the border is because the Department of Justice is leaning in. You know, we have leadership at the Department of Homeland Security in the White House that are giving the front line the tools that they need to succeed. So this individual will be prosecuted. They'll be likely convicted and sentenced. And once they're sentenced, he'll be sent back to Mexico. And it is very difficult to cross the border these days. The numbers speak for themselves. We've never seen traffic this low at the southwest border. So when someone is removed and deported, it's very difficult for them to come back. The revolving door and the nonsense and the chaotic border that we had under Joe Biden has ended. And so now we are all safer, both at the immediate border in those communities, but also around the country, because people like this, once they get removed, they're not coming back.
I mean, this situation also speaks to the dangerous nature.
He got back in 6 times. Granted, it was 2013 to 2020 when he came. We're in a different era right now. If he comes back, I want him put under the jail.
Of the job, right? 830% increase in assaults on ICE officers. Tell us more about the day-to-day dangers of being an ICE officer right now and your reaction to the fact that Democrats are really trying to vilify these law enforcement officers while they're trying to do their job.
Yeah, these are men and women that swore an oath to us, to the American people. So they deserve better than these politicians and the rhetoric that calls them kidnappers and all these kinds of things, tries to dox them online. And so, yeah, the front line, it's always a risky proposition to be in law enforcement, but they don't need the rhetoric and the hyperbolic statements from people who know better. So they need to protect themselves. The op tempo is high. They're doing a wonderful job. They're going to continue to do it. They're going to continue to do it safely. But we do want to pray for them. We want them to be successful, and we want them to be safe overall.
Yes, we do.
Okay, so in New Jersey, horrible.
Not all Americans want them to be successful, sadly enough, that we have this divide in America. But majority of us want ICE agents, to be safe. Because this is what we voted for. And guess who won the popular vote? I don't even think I have to mention that.
Situation here. An illegal immigrant was allegedly driving drunk and killed a mother and her 11-year-old daughter. And this individual had been arrested and released 3 separate times in this country.
Well, Luna Perez. Let's look at some of his charges. New charges. of July 27. 2 counts of vehicular homicide and assault, and then previous arrests, arrested for domestic violence, arrested for DUI, arrested for DUI. Wow. March and April. I wonder what Democratic place he was in. Well, they just let him go.
Illegally, 2 prior DUI arrests. What do you blame here for the fact that this man was out driving a car and now 2 people have lost their lives?
This is the threat that we all face. Our heart goes out to this family. This is the threat that we all face from jurisdictions like California. I don't know where this case is from, but these jurisdictions.
New Jersey.
Yeah, so New Jersey. This individual committed multiple crimes in New Jersey. All they had to do was pick up the phone and honor the detainer that ICE lodged on this individual.
That's all you got to do.
Sent on a path for removal, but instead they let them back out, refused to cooperate with ICE, and that individual killed somebody. This is what happens in these jurisdictions. It's a destructive policy. Americans deserve better. This is what we voted for, right? We want a safe and secure border that keeps people like this away from our society, and an immigration system that has integrity, that includes finding people like this and putting them on a path for removal so they don't come back.
Yo, these Democratic cities are nasty. These Democratic states are nasty. New Jersey, get your stuff together. You already had multiple charges on this man. Already in 2025, he had 2 DUIs before the matter where he killed the... Make a change in the place that you live, please. Because if you don't, this can happen to one of your family or friends. We got a second video here. We got Adam Shifty Schiff. He's under criminal investigation. Now, my philosophy, I believe the first year Trump is helping the people, trying to stop wars, all that stuff. Help Americans is the main priority, but also help out other nations. America first, though. Second year, I want to start seeing some of these politicians in jail. Let's listen to what we got.
And tonight, an update on an Ingram Angle exclusive. A Trump administration source telling the Angle that a criminal investigation of Adam Schiff is underway, conducted by U.S. Attorney's Office in Maryland for possible charges involving mortgage fraud. Now, this follows the story we broke last month when the Federal Housing Finance Agency sent a criminal referral to the DOJ alleging that Schiff and
Wasn't Letitia James just doing some fraud as well when she had her father as her husband and claiming her house that was in, I can't remember what state it was in, but it wasn't in New York where she lives, and in a whole different place. And it said it had less rooms than it really did. So she can get a little bit, pay a little bit less money. Yeah, we got to stop these people.
Multiple instances falsified bank documents and property records to acquire more favorable loan terms.
Wow.
In a 2011 affidavit signed by the then California congressman, he certified that a property in Montgomery County, Maryland is his primary residence. He also owns a condo in Burbank, California, which he's also claimed is his primary residence, and said so in 2023 during his campaign for Senate.
I think just about every member of Congress has a residence in their state and a residence back in D.C. since we're in session much of the week. And people make a family decision where they're going to have their kids. But our principal residence, our primary residence is in California. It always has been and always will be.
Ruh-roh. Well, Senator Schiff has not responded to us about these allegations, but we were able to find a statement that his campaign spokesperson gave to CNN back in 2023. She said that the Burbank condo is his primary residence, but Adams, California and Maryland addresses have been listed as primary residences for loan purposes because they're both occupied throughout the year and to distinguish them from a vacation property. Well, the law does not work that way. Let me just say that, but nice try. Look, it's anyone's guess what happens next, but we're going to stay on this story. But, of course, as Schiff like to say during Russiagate, just talking about that, no one is above the law.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here.
Well, these Democrats are scurrying. You remember? You remember nobody's above the law? You remember when they went after Trump? This is literally karma. And this is Pandora box all in one. You should have never did it. You should have never opened it up, because now it's going to come right back on you. God does not like ugly. And when you do ugly on others, hey, he plays cruel jokes on other people too. That's why they say, let God fight your battles. You don't have to always do stuff. You don't always have to try to get a lick back. Sometimes just sit back and let it play out. Because sometimes they just let themselves get exposed. Adam Schiff is a rat. He's a rat. And I need some of these politicians to go to jail. I want to see it. I'm tired of seeing them just being walking scot-free, because if I did this or you did this, clink, clink, we're going to jail. I ain't got time. Alright, this is Big Fish here with another reaction video. Go down to the comment section. Tell me how you felt about the video. Hit the like. Hit the subscribe. Thank you. Peace.